Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, as you can see, Bitcoin has pretty much come up to our next target, our next level. Next level of resistance, this roughly 38k level. So this was always the target if we were going to continue on our march onwards and upwards. So yeah, obviously we're having a little bit of a well, I wouldn't even call it a pullback. I'd call this just a pause so far. We're having a bit of a pause here. So yeah, this is a pretty important level. It's a pretty important level. I mean, we're clearly in a sort of price discovery at the moment. But yeah, it's as good a level as any for people to potentially be taking profit. So obviously that's why we're getting a little bit of sideways here. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what to expect. I actually don't have another target if we break above 38k. I think basically Bitcoin is just gonna have to do what it wants to do, and then I'll have to ascertain some price levels after that point. But yeah, this is well, there's not much else I can say other than that. Obviously our targets to the downside are clearly defined. We have now got this level. We have got this level we could draw in here around, which is basically around 35k. That is a potential a support zone for Bitcoin now. Obviously along with this horizontal here, and then obviously this horizontal at 30k. So we've got so much support now. I say so much support, that's maybe the wrong terminology, but we've got so many support levels. As to how much support will come in at these levels if we test them, that obviously is obviously another story. But we have got levels. We've got this level, and this level, and you could potentially even draw in a level here as well. So I mean, Bitcoin's looking good. It is looking strong. Yes, it is looking really good. If I was going to try and look for a bearish picture, what I would potentially look for is it's a bit massive, but a pullback to 30k, and then a pullback up to mid 30ks, and then if we started to turn back over, that could paint a head and shoulders. So if I'm to speculate on how we could reverse this, that would be my best guess. But I don't necessarily. I'm not saying that is going to play out. We just got to play the market how it goes, and then and yeah, just make decisions like that in real time. But yeah, I mean, realistically, this is looking very good. Looking very good. I mean, the trend is your friend, isn't it? The trend is your friend. As they say. So yeah, not too much else to say about that. We'll have a look at the stochastics at the end. Do they look like they're going to break us through 38k and into pure unadulterated price discovery, just like we've got in a certain other token that we are looking at? But yeah, the Ethereum US dollar pairing obviously looking good, looking strong, clearly holding up there with Bitcoin. The important pairing for me though, this one here, still potentially well, looking like a bull flag potentially. Are we getting rising lows, higher lows? Potentially. We are obviously testing that thesis right now, but if this does break to the upside, we are gonna have a wild move for Ethereum, and I certainly wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule out this move here, this move up, this price target. I wouldn't rule it out. Bitcoin dominance having a little bit of a potential bear flag of its own, but yeah, I mean, this is if I had to pick a chart which I thought had a better chance of moving up, it would probably be this one, as opposed to this one. Well, when I say moving up, as in this moving up, is that one yeah, anyway, you get what I mean. This going up is obviously bullish for Ethereum and altcoins, and this going up is obviously, sorry, that is obviously, this going up is obviously bearish for Ethereum and altcoins. So sort of the inverse is kind of what I'm saying. So if this looks like it could go up, then that is obviously bearish for this. But this is looking more like it can go up than this is looking like it can go up. So what I'm saying is that the overall altcoin market, I have more confidence in Ethereum going up against Bitcoin than the overall altcoin market. That is basically what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's have a quick look at stocks. Stocks had their pullback yesterday. We'll just extend this horizontal. We basically pull back into that horizontal. And was that even yesterday? No, that wasn't even yesterday, the 4th of January. The pullback yesterday was pretty insignificant, in fact, on this time scale. But yeah, stocks just looking good. We have got interesting political developments in America now, insofar as the fact that we are looking like we're going to have a Democratic Senate, a Democratic House, and a Democratic White House. So that means, well, interestingly enough, that is not usually good for stock markets. Stock markets like a divided House and Senate, so neither side can start like doing crazy stuff. But now the Democrats are going to actually be able to pass whatever taxes and things they want, and that is not good for stock markets usually. But they are at the moment shrugging this off. But I think reality could set in at some point. Also with the 10-year yield rising as well. The general consensus being inflation. It's not actually good for stocks, really, guys. They could have a difficult year. And we could end up with assets such as basically the inflation trades doing well. So basically soft commodities, precious metals, Bitcoin, all that sort of stuff doing well. So anyway, enough of that. Let's have a look at the stochastics. How are we looking? So yeah, 4 hours getting toppy here, looking like we could come down. So this could, I mean, we could potentially get stopped in our tracks here, trade sideways, even trade in this zone, either of these zones, and then break up. Or we could be looking at a potential reversal, but obviously we'll have to see if that, we'd have to have more indication from price action if that is to be the case. But 10 hour, if it wants to load, I mean 10 hour looking like it could start to not have such a bullish impetus. 12 hours looking okay though here. 12 hours looking okay, and daily's well, daily's up there. Daily is jammed up there though. How long can it stay jammed up there for? We know it can stay up there for a while. And then 2 day, 3 day, 5 day, generally you're looking basically the same, just up there or thereabouts. So yeah, I mean, hard to really say based on that stochastic read. I mean, it clearly is looking good, but at some point we are going to see a bit more sideways, and this is on the basis I don't really have any other upside targets from here. This is a good a potential level as any. What we could have we could have the stock market start to have a bit of a pullback. And when the reality of the political situation sets in, and also the cost of debt that a lot of these companies have accrued sinks in. Also, well, actually, we're getting a little bit of a move up in the dollar. I was about to say the full consensus is now dollar down. And that is obviously my macro view as well. But when you get everybody saying dollar down, everyone of that view, then usually it's going to go the other way for a bit. And actually, having just got this chart up now, that looks like this could be happening. So yeah, watch out for dollar rally. Watch out for stock market sell-off. Watch out for that holding Bitcoin below 38k. Yeah, potential warning signals here. I don't think the stock market fully appreciates the political situation, but then people investing in the stock market are just, some of them are idiots basically. And obviously there's a lot of people going to be getting stimulus checks to buy calls with, and that is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy until it isn't. So yeah. Yeah, but the dollar index though, the dollar index still can start to make a bit of a rally, even if it pulls back pulls back up to. I mean, realistically, we could back test this level around 90, near 92, and that could definitely put the scare on stock markets and Bitcoin. So yeah, be aware of that. I was looking for a potential move up before I actually looked at this chart this morning. But this could be the start of it. Remember, it's buy the rumor, sell the fact. I think it's pretty much a fact now. That 2K stimulus checks are coming. So is it basically sell the dollar on the rumor, buy the dollar on the fact? We shall see, but this will have implications to wider markets. I don't think it is gonna change the macro trend in stocks up, dollar down, Bitcoin up, but I think it could definitely put the dampeners on that trend temporarily. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.